Hey everyone, right now we're going to be talking about the Odyssey. I watched it about a week ago. Nick watched it a few days ago. I really hope my excitement from the movie is still there because, like, for days I was like buzzing off this movie. I thought it
That's
was
fair.
incredible. I don't know if I can recapture that. I think I will because I haven't really talked about it much with anybody.
Yeah.
I think I had a high-ish bar, but I just thought it was going to be great, and it surpassed all that. And I just thought it was incredible. You know, just his interpretation of the story, just taking
Oh
one of the
yeah.
oldest stories ever and putting it in a new angle. And I just thought it was brilliant, just all around.
Yeah, I very much enjoyed it. I had, just read something prior to that had me being like, "Oh, there's a lot of people that are upset about the casting and think that they've put so much money into this and it's going to be a flop." So I was just wary going into it, and then as soon as the first scene starts going, you're just like, "I'm in."
I was just happy the movie got made. I was like, this is awesome. But I was also like, oh, the Odyssey, like the book I read in high school, the poem I
Yeah.
read in high school. Like, okay, like, and I enjoyed it in high school, but I do remember not like loving it like I do this right now.
I like the Odyssey better than Beowulf
Yeah,
and
yeah.
things like
There were
that.
always elements of the story that stuck out to me.
Yeah.
Like he made the parts that I like in the story. He did justice to those scenes, and then he also put it in a light where I was just like, this is it's never been interpreted this way, and this is incredible.
Everyone's so good in it.
The casting, I was worried. Like Oppenheimer, the casting distracted me because it was just like every other scene. You're like, oh, there's whoever. It just
Yeah.
like I was thinking of those actors, and this cast. It feels like the casting was pitch perfect. Even, and I was most worried about that going into the movie, being like, oh God, you got Tom Holland, Zendaya, all those people. Am I just gonna see them in this story? And that was not the case.
I've heard some people being like, "Oh, Tom Holland's he's just always kind of such a bitch," and it's like that's kind of the role that this
It's kind of the role.
I mean, but he's still not.
I thought
thought
he
he
did
did
it great. I thought they cast it. It kind of went into his persona and the Spidey boy, whatever. Like he's supposed to be the young boy, and he pulls that off.
Yeah.
I think he was probably the weakest. It felt like he was constantly matched up against a way better actor. Like I
Yeah.
think Robert Pattinson, like incredible. Like
Crushed.
in the first 5 minutes, whenever it's just kind of Tom Holland, I was kind of like, oh, okay. And then Robert Pattinson shows up, and it's like unbelievable.
Dude, he's so good. It falls short to me of Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator.
It's very similar roles though. That same
Of
Judas
hatred, yes, where you're
archetype.
just
Yeah.
this.
No, they were brilliant.
That's probably the most I've ever hated a movie character
Yeah.
ever. Even if you are running two behind this performance,
Mhm.
what a place to be. What a performance. He was so good.
Yeah, he was incredible. I think he's the best actor doing it right now. I just think he is unbelievable. I feel like since Good Time, every project I've seen him in, it's impressed me even more. And I thought Matt Damon was great too. I think this might be Matt Damon's best role. I thought he was fantastic in it.
Charlize Theron is absolutely perfect as Calypso.
Yeah.
Me and Chris Ivy were talking about it last night. We're like, dude, I'm never leaving that beach. Ever. I'm eating those flowers all the time. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, I don't have to remember anything.
No,
This
my current situation is all just
Mhm.
eating sushi every day, just fresh fish and just hanging out with the most beautiful woman ever. This is great. Why am I trying to leave?
What would you give this movie?
It's got to be a 10.
Yeah, no, we're on the same page here. I've given this a 10. I think I could nitpick some things. There's definitely things that aren't perfect about this movie, but the sum is just greater than the parts. And like the whole time, even though there are little things where I was like, okay, that's kind of funny, or like even the action. My biggest nitpick would probably be how the action shot. But I've always felt that with Christopher Nolan, and like it's a bigger deal in the Batman movies to me. It's probably why I might even prefer Robert Pattinson's Batman movie, because it's like the action is so well shot in that one compared to Christopher Nolan's. But in this movie, I did feel like his action was a little bit better than the Batman movies, and it just didn't take away that much. It was just like, this is just so epic. The build up to that final scene too is unbelievable,
Incredible.
But yeah, let's just get into spoilers now. One thing that cracked me up, Zendaya made me think of like Happy Gilmore, Lee Trevino shaking his head, like she just pop up like.
It's very funny.
Oh yeah, like like the second time it happened, I was like, that is so funny. I wish it just kept on happening.
All the practical effects are incredible. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I was watching this thing on the making of it, and it's
On
like,
Hulu or something?
yeah,
Yeah, I watched that, yeah.
when the guy's like, we've got him set for his shot on the boat. He's gonna do like a lookout shot,
Mhm.
and then some dolphins swim by. He's like, you know where that doesn't happen? In the tank.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. No, that was awesome, and I mean, I think the Trojan horse scene alone is worth, the price of a ticket. Whole scene is unbelievable. When they're in there, pissing and shitting on each other, like, that makes it sound gross.
Yeah, that's like, oh,
But
gotta see that.
they're drowning, and like, watching it, you're like, was such a pain in the ass to shoot, too, when they're dragging it over.
Oh,
Like, it just everything felt so real, and I just that scene alone, I was like, this is unbelievable.
Dude, I've watched, the Trojan horse. You've probably seen more comics like The Far Side and, Gary Larson, people like that, where it's like the Trojan horse and it's like on wheels and they like pull it in. It looks just like, oh yeah, of course it was people were inside. That seems like so obvious.
Yeah.
And then you're watching this one, you're like, holy crap, this is like craftsmanship. Like, this looks like a chess piece blown up. It was incredible.
Yeah, no, it looked beautiful. Like, no way there's anyone in there.
Well, they even do the stab test.
I love that scene too. It's when the guy stabs him, they like have to clean off the blade real quick.
Even them talking about the boats and how it's like, we had to actually train these guys how to row these boats. Like, there's a reason we don't have open boats anymore like this. Like, it's very, very hard to do this. That would suck. Like, I'm in the movie, and then you're just like having to work your ass off as an extra, and then you're looking at the scene, you're like, I don't even see myself.
Oh my god. Yeah, I broke my nose.
Yeah, I rode that damn
oar
boat
hit me in the
for
face.
17 days.
I thought another highlight of the movie for me was the Siren song when he puts the wax in his ears too, and the audio goes out on like half the theater, and then the other wax at half. I was just like, it felt like the whole audience was like, this is awesome. Just collectively, everyone was like, yes, he did it. And Matt Damon, I thought the writing in that was amazing too, and he's explaining the song like it being like an itch he can't scratch. And the thing you want most in the world is the thing you had, and you can never have that again. That is so beautiful. Like, I love that whole scene. And to go to the final scene, whenever they do reveal the Trojan horse, it being like this tragedy that he's done, this atrocity that he's committing, this evil he's unleashing into the world. And Zendaya, when it finally shows her getting beheaded and like her just all that reveal, I was like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm the one that cursed us.
Beautiful movie. I got the chills right now just talking about
moment too. You're just like, they've been on this beach for 10 years. He's finally figured out, like, you're really kind of like, this guy's a master, like, tactician war guy. Like, and then like you say, as it unfolds, it's like he broke like one of the most sacred, like he broke Zeus's law, basically. And so it was not honorable at all what they did, and that's why there's all these punishings that are happening.
And it makes sense why he doesn't want to go home too, because he's like, I don't deserve it. Like, I got something evil is waiting for me. And he says too, when the other ships leave, he's like, I'm not following that guy anymore, because he's like, we followed him enough. And it's Agamemnon or whatever, Benny Safdie. I did laugh when it was revealed that was Benny Safdie.
I did too.
I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that was probably the one casting that maybe took me the most out of the movie. But either way, like
he's
I said,
in it for like 2 seconds.
The little nitpicks, yeah, exactly. The nitpicks of the movie don't matter. Like, there's scenes too where they're like swimming with heavy armor on, and you're like, okay, like, sure, guys. But like, there is something about the final fight scene when it's just all these people are like kind of hiding, waiting to attack. It's like, I still don't think you could take out 50 people in one room. You have to suspend your disbelief a little bit. Meanwhile, Tom Holland is having trouble with one guy.
That part was a little bit where it's like, why don't they all just storm him?
Yeah, like, but they are bitches though. Like Robert Pattinson, that was the funny part too.
Just
swords, get the swords, spears.
It is hilarious too, because it's like no one works for him. Like, he's not like, he's yelling commands at people that aren't like his army. He's just such a little bitch.
Yeah. He's just like, someone do this. Take out this man.
It is funny that it's like he fights Cyclops and all the all these things, and then you're like, he couldn't have fought that many.
No
men.
way, unrealistic. But like the emotion behind it and the build up to it, I was ready to go. I was like, yes, let's kill
Robert Pattinson.
I can suspend. Yes, that was great. I loved and I love Robert Pattinson, but I was so ready for him to die.
He had to die.
I was like, this is awesome. But and then once again, just the action and some of that, it just felt a little muddled, a little like too many cuts and stuff. Hard to tell who was even in the room. It just people just appear. He kills them real quick. But it's like even watching the movie, I'm just like these little things just don't matter. I thought this was Christopher Nolan's masterpiece. I think this is the best movie he's ever made, and I think it's one of like the best theatrical experiences I've ever had. And I would even say right now it's probably like maybe like top 30 movie for me of like all time. I thought it was incredible.
It's definitely, to me, I watched it and I thought, as I was sitting there watching it, I was like, this is what it felt like when people saw Jaws in theaters for the first time.
Sure. Or I thought of like Lawrence Arabia because I recently watched that like a year or two ago, and I remember being like, this is cool, like this is incredible, but man, I wish I could feel what it felt like to watch this in like 1950 or whatever on a big screen instead of watching it at my house. I mean, I put this up there with even Lord of the Rings too, where it's just like this is so incredible, just an epic story, and he just nailed it.
No, it was fantastic. John Leguizamo, I got to mention how unbelievable he was in this. He's so good.
Yeah, he was great.
And I've just been a Leguizamo guy since like David. He was in The Pest when I was
very,
like 12.
very likable, yeah.
And I just thought that movie was hilarious. And me and Chris were talking about how good he was. And he was like, the biggest thing why his like comedy career wasn't bigger was because he came around at the same time as Jim Carrey. And he has very similar, like when you watch that movie, it's very similar like faces and noises and that, but that was really his unfortunate timing, really, or he would have been much bigger in comedy.
Yeah, like Jim Carrey's kind of like the Michael Jordan of physical comedy, and there would have been some more stars around if Jim Carrey didn't just take everything.
If he would just snatch it up all those roles.
Jim Carrey took it personal.
That's all I needed for him to do that, and it became personal with me.
Oh, also, I mean, I got to talk about the witch scene though too.
Incredible.
I thought like like the transformation, like when she's like actually changing. I thought that looked awesome,
and that it's not CGI'd is crazy.
I want to see behind the scenes of that, like because it looked so good. It cracked me up when he finally gets his men turned back, and it just feels like they're just like they looked like children when they're turned to men again. Like it's just like a cut, and they're just like walking down with their heads down.
They're all naked and just.
Well, they have their armor back on at this point, but it just felt like they looked embarrassed. It was like or hungover. Like what the hell just happened? Like what a night.
Yeah, that was a wild. I drank way too much stew.
Yeah.
Sean at God Kendi has that sketch of like, I'm a New York food blogger. I'm going to go review this place up on a hill.
Yeah. No, that was well done.
So funny.
That was hilarious. Funny guy. Give him a follow. He's hilarious. But also the Cyclops scene.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was so awesome. But it did crack me up. It did make me think of Monty Python, the quest for the Holy Grail, excuse me.
Yeah.
Just with the rabbit scene, like, because there were so many times where they just be like, run away. You know, there was like 4 times where they run away. We got to get out of here.
Run away! Run away! Run away!
About the 3rd time, I was like, okay, this is kind of funny. Like, once again, it's just the nature of the story. Didn't take away from anything, but I was just watching like, okay, they're running away a lot.
I mean, I think he would. Makes sense. He's eating people.
I know.
And he's just like eating the heads, then dropping the body, which is kind of like
spitting out the helmets.
Yeah, I was sitting there being like, I mean, I guess if you were that size and you were eating a human, that's the part you would eat. But I don't know. It seems like you'd kind of treat it like a chicken and be like, I'm going to have the leg.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to try something out.
Yeah. Just, I don't know. It seemed like a waste.
The brains, that's where all the nutrients are.
I guess. Did you know when they were walking into the cave that it was going to be the Cyclops?
Yeah, I did.
But I didn't think that was that early.
It had been a while since I read it in high school, so it was funny watching the movie because there were times where things, this is what's happening. Oh, yeah, okay.
I forgot about the Siren song.
Yeah.
And then you start seeing that scene, you're like, oh, I remember this. And
I remember like in the book not really understanding like the whirlpool part that much, or there are just things where it was just kind of like, and the poem was confusing, so I like did some like cliff notes as well, where it was just kind of like, okay, here's the synopsis of this chapter. I remember being like, okay, that's kind of cool. Like, so it was just seeing it on the big screen. I was like, this is awesome. Like they nailed it. What would you, real quick though, if top 3 Christopher Nolan movies, what are your favorite 3?
I mean, probably this, Interstellar. I mean, maybe Inception.
For me, it's going to be, this is number 1. I think this I think this is a masterpiece of a movie. And then number 2 is Dunkirk. I love Dunkirk, especially in theaters. I thought that was close to a masterpiece, if not one as well. And then The Prestige. I just love The Prestige. That was my first Nolan movie.
Man, I love The Prestige. I remember watching it the first time with a buddy, and
it's just fun.
It's great.
Yeah, it's just a great movie. But go check out the movie. That's all we're going to talk about, the Odyssey. But it was incredible. Go check it out. It's the best movie of the year. It's gonna be.
It's gonna win all the awards.
It deserves every Oscar. They should.
We're just giving them all.
Movies. Nick and Reed reviewing movies. Movies. Watching movies till we